like to talk to you for a minute about blending. For me, the heart of blending is using tools effectively, using a tool in a way that it maximizes student learning. A few years ago, I was at the Utah Foreign Language Association conference, and there was a session that I wanted to go to about using the target language in the classroom to teach only in the target language. When I got to the session, it was several Portuguese student instructors, and they were teaching a beginning Portuguese, day one Portuguese lesson in only Portuguese. They learned how to say our names, learned how to count, learned how to say some basic things. And as I was sitting there experiencing this, I found that there were moments where I really wanted the teacher to go a little bit faster. I'm ready for the next thing. Help me out here. I'm ready for us to go further. And then there were other moments where I felt like, whoa, put on the brakes. I need you to say that out loud a couple of more times. And I'm a language teacher. I've taught that lesson in German many times in my life. I realized that that is what is happening with my students every single day, all day long. There's never a time where what's happening in class is happening at the perfect pacing for every single student. Blended learning is about trying to use technology in a way that allows students to get the most out of the experience that we have. Some of it will be synchronous, where we do it all together in class, but they're doing things at their own pace with technology. Other times it'll be asynchronous, where they do something at home to build off of something that's going on in class. And when they're doing something at home, they can work on it at their own pace. For me, I use an LMS, learning management system, and I organize my LMS not according to level 1, level 2, level 3. I organize it according to the proficiency pathway of novice low, novice mid, novice high, intermediate low, etc. And I put different activities into the different levels for my students. I allow them to make choices about which activities they're going to do on Canvas. And I give them contextual resources to do any assignments. For example, I would make a video of myself pronouncing things for them, or make a sound recording of me doing the very activity that I want them to do, or a typed model of something, a text model. And ultimately, a student who does something like that at home, they can watch the video 15 times if they want to. It allows them to take their own pace. I want my students to be able to make decisions. I want my students to be able to choose their own pacing, and I want them to have control over the process. And blended learning allows me to do more of that. Our school is very diverse. Sometimes people don't realize that about us because we used to not be that way, but we are a very diverse school. Blended learning allows me to have more equitable teaching with all of my students. They have equal access to opportunities and possibilities that they wouldn't have had years ago in a non-blended setting.